Bowser Jr. going up against Belmont.
Small boy B. June, doing his best. So we talked about, well, I mean, I went on at length about how I think Bowser Jr. is can be just so good, and the amount of tools that this character does have, but one of his main struggles is that his burst range is really lacking, and it's a really high commitment to go for something like side B, while a great roll read isn't really that useful against an opponent who's prepared for it and ready to block. And the thing about Belmonts is that their pressure comes from all comes from a reactable range, whether it be from whip or his items.
That's true. I get what you're saying. So you're basically saying the range that Belmonts want to play at is the range where they should also be able to just react to Bowser side B card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Cliff Notes version of my stammering.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, so side B might be off the table until Bowser Jr. is able to get in, but that's also something that Belmonts are really good at keeping you from doing, is getting close to them.
Gotta be careful of that F smash, and that should. Oh no, he's heavy enough. Plus the cart helped him out there.
Yeah, they had this in 4, but Bowser Jr. still has the mechanic where if you hit the cart, he takes less knockback than normal, and if you actually hit his head, he takes more knockback, right?
Yeah. And it's unfortunate for them, and it's problematic, especially in this game, because falling aerials are so good. But he should, yeah. Wildcard is just dead there, and Mentality finds himself in an early lead, but not for very long. Okay, that drag down there.
Oh, these are the up airs you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, look at that.
Get, like, full combo, but hey, that's still good damage. You can see how that move could just chain into itself so many times.
Yeah, you could.
A massive amount of damage.
Like the one or two up airs is just true there, but he could have gotten the platform extension, and that already ended in 42%. So this character can do damage. Cannonball to try and cover the neutral a little bit. Like Cannonball and Cross is gonna be really an interesting matchup, like sub matchup, I suppose, to watch. As that edge guard will do it.
For that was nice. Just kind of like fell with him. It's always a good trait to have like your fall speed and your opponent's fall speed kind of match up, because when you're off stage like that, you can just kind of babysit them and just react if they double jump or if they air dodge. Well, if they're that low, just dive the air dodge. But you know what I mean. Like you set yourself in a good position where if you guess right, they die, and if you guess wrong, you just recover back to stage yourself.
Alright, Wildcard is getting his item play set up, but he's committing to his double jump a lot earlier than you would originally expect. You see, it does it right there and almost gets killed for it. Belmont airspeed is really, really low, so using your double jump early like that, you gotta be committed to how you're recovering. Because that'll do it.
Oh, okay. I thought he saved his double jump, but maybe he just got clipped out of it as he got hit.
I think even if he saved it, like it wouldn't have mattered that low.
It still wouldn't really rough for Belmont at that distance.
And that lingering fair off stage, covering everything or everywhere that Wildcard wanted to go, and ending that stock just the way the second stock ended. It's good stuff coming out from HyphinMentality.
Yeah, HyphinMentality just really excelled in the edge guarding department there. That's probably what got him that like all those kills early and like allowed him to win the game. So Wildcard's gonna have to adapt, probably mix up his recovery habits a little bit more. Just save that double jump, treasure it, hold it very tightly, and yeah, if they want to make it back.
Care for thy jump, as thy loved one.
Yeah.
It's important. It's very important. But that's where lingering aerials really come into play. Like just a drop zone fair in this case, but like there's so many different moves that a character can go for. Like drop zone nairs across the board, akin to Palutena nair. Plenty of different examples. But that's really the Belmont killer, especially in this way that Wildcard kept recovering, where he would use his jump early, then use down air to get low immediately. and have that high-low mix-up going. But if you do the same thing every time, it becomes no longer a mix-up, and Hyphen was able to be right in the spot he needed to.
Yeah.
I want to say they're probably changing stage?
Yeah, unless Wildcard has a secondary that maybe we don't know about.
I'm certainly unaware of it. I've only seen him play Richter and or Simon, which is like secondary.
Is it really a secondary?
No, kind of. Like, it's a secondary in the Link matchup, maybe, but not really in the Bowser Jr. matchup.
Oh yeah, that the Holy Water Fire being slightly different between characters.
Yeah. Richter is only better against specifically Olimar. Otherwise, Simon is better.
Oh, okay.
Because Holy Water, Richter's Holy Water will kill every Pikmin, while Simon's will kill every Pikmin but Red. However, Simon's detonates bombs, and Richter's does not.
Okay, yeah.
That is the only difference. Tethering, lassoing back to stage. I like how Hyphen really, like, he knows when to take his damage. He knows when to take his licks and be like, okay, but I still reset neutral anyway because it's just crossed and that's fine. Or it's just...
Yeah, especially when you're fighting like a projectile-based character, sometimes you gotta understand, okay, I may have gotten hit, but I'm not off stage, which is exactly where Belmont's want you to be, because then they'll set up their ledge trapping. And, you know, taking like what, 10% or whatever from cross is a lot better than getting ledge trapped by Belmont and like eating holy water to F smash. Like this.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, caught him jumping a little bit too early there. Hyphen wanted to get off the ledge, as, you know, we all do. But that's where holy water comes in and is effective to the end. Oh wow! Okay, Axe just came at the perfect time to stuff the cannonball right in its tracks.
Oh my goodness, that was nasty. That was a nasty setup. Almost got it too. It's so subtle, but I really like the smash cross and jump away to just let it ricochet or boomerang back and cover the entire floor of the stage. It makes Temp have to either commit to side B and power through it or jump. And as long as you're moving, Belmont's Axe and Holy Water becomes much more like impressive and that much more like damaging and violent. So Wildcard knowing how to adapt and play his stuff, playing an excellent keep away game thus far after taking that first stock so early. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that down there would be safe like that.
Yeah, it's like Bayo's dive kick. You just bounce right off.
Oh my god. Oh, that's dead? Oh no. That was not good DI. I think
oh no.
Mentality was just holding straight in, and because of that got sent straight up into the...
Yikes, dude. Yeah. I don't know if the Mecha Koopa made any sort of changes from that perspective. I'm not sure, but man, like, he should not have died.
Yeah, I think that game, HyphinMentality just didn't respect the axe at all. Like, whenever he would get sent up, he would try to go up and over to get back to towards Belmont, but then the axe would come in and intercept. So like there'd be a cross on the center stage at the bottom, and the axe would be going here, and you try to go up and then just run into the axe. But like you said, sometimes you got to go down and maybe just block or take the hit from the cross. It's like better than eating the axe and dying off the top.
Yeah, axe is really cross. While it has the most utility out of all of them, it's also the least threatening. So by committing to jump so constantly as Hyphen ended up doing to get away from the Belmont ledge trapping and get away from the stage trapping, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, heading right into what hopefully is actual game 3 for real this time.
3, 2, 1.
So we punch through the screen and end up still on small battlefield. I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I think it's opting for a slightly smaller stage, but not going like all into it with something like SmashBros.
The holy water just coasted all the way from the platform to the ledge. Holy water knows it's got a mind of its own. And we can kind of see, despite the early damage, we can kind of see where.
Well, I think that's it.
That was so good. Oh.
That was a great edge guard. To dip down so low, so that covered the low option. So the wild card's like, oh, I'll just go high. Nope. Up B, hammer swing, you're out of here.
Reverse hammer swing, I'd like to point out. So, an extra little clip on the clip for the edge guard there. Okay, we can kind of see how Hyphin wanted to play this. Like he picked the smaller stage because he knows wildcard has a tendency to either hang around mid-stage, of which there's now less of that, or dash back frequently to try and gain space. And there's less of that too. So
yeah,
he's making wildcard subtly have to adjust his spacing on the fly.
Yeah, and then like if wildcard backs up too far, he suddenly puts himself in the corner, and then you open yourself up to get edge guarded like we saw in the first stock.
Oh no! You saw the cart come out, but it didn't propel forward.
Yeah, that's the weird thing with some side beats. You don't want to do them immediately out of hit stun in the magnifying glass because they keep your momentum. So you'll just keep drifting back towards the blast zone and die.
Yeah, I know that's the case with air dodges as well. You lurch back before you head forward, and that's what can cause some premature deaths. Auto air does come through. Just a forward throw. Good on wildcard though for like never like going for the early neutral getup and getting caught by Bowser Jr.'s insanely strong and meaty F smash.
Yeah, that move was also really good at. We were talking earlier about using jab and grab to deal with neutral getup, but that F smash will also deal with neutral getup.
Yeah, it's a little bit more committal, but it kills that much earlier, so it's a good trade. If wildcard can find a way to put his boots back on the ground, like we could absolutely have a game here. As never mind, he put his boots right on Bowser Jr.'s head, and suddenly 12% is the differential.
Oh, that I didn't. The holy water didn't come onto the fire right there.
Okay, rolling through, but both players ended up doing it. Oh, they're getting a little bit antsy. Luckily,
Ooh, okay, the cross. Oh, the axe again.
Everything's starting to come together for wildcard right in the latter half of this game. Temperature losing, and not temperature, jeez. Hyphin losing his momentum. This edge guard is going to be important. Jumps from ledge.
Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised wildcard didn't get hit by that forward air.
Me too. But Nair. Oh, get up attack? No, he just jumps right, waits and jumps patiently. Not trying to do too much. That's like he down airs. Down to the wire this comes. That rollout or spin out would have definitely killed. It was a ballsiest challenge. He didn't need to do that, but he did it anyway.
Oh, I like the option there. Oh my goodness, that's a tiny shield.
That'll hit.
That's it. I like that at the end there from Mentality. The side B didn't jump into the axe this time, so that's good. Just went straight for